at Luna's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making French crepe batter, which is originally made in France. And I'm doing this because the corona is spreading all around the world. You have nothing to do, and you can't just sit there looking at your phone or tablet or any other electronics, because it's going to be bad for your eyes. Why don't you come over and look at this channel? It has a lot of new entertaining cooking videos. And for the next channels, I'm going to be looking for more recipes to do for you all. I'm doing this so you can learn how to make these type of recipes, and so you can also do it for your family, or like do something and entertaining, okay? And I hope you learned something from this channel. On to the video. So, we're having these ingredients today, which is 500 milliliters of milk, 225 grams of flour, 3 good quality free-range eggs, 40 grams of caster sugar, 2 grams of salt, and 40 grams of unsalted butter. And a bowl and a whisk to start putting your ingredients together. Okay, let's start doing the French recipe. So, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the flour, salt, and sugar all in this bowl. And then you make a little hole. And after you've done that, you're gonna put all the eggs in the hole. Not anywhere else, in the hole. Then you start mixing, like softly, not hard, okay? And only mix in the middle, so you get the best batter. So keep mixing until you get this rough consistency. And then you put a little milk, not the whole thing, because when you put the whole thing, it will not be the right consistency. You have to keep mixing and putting a little bit of milk. And until your batter is done, you have to let it sit. And I'll show you. And you have to let it sit for 1 hour. And I'll show you when the result is done. So now we're gonna put the flour in the bowl. Okay. The flour, salt, and sugar. Make sure you get every little pinch. You put them aside and start mixing. Okay. Make sure it's mixed thoroughly, or the batter will come out smoothly. Okay. So after you're done that, you make a little hole with your hand or the whisk, like this, and then you do a little hole here. Okay. And it has to be fit for the eggs. And when you're done doing that, you put the eggs inside, like this. Okay, like this. And then you start mixing a little. You have to start breaking the eggs. You have to start mixing the eggs. Okay. But you have to mix smoothly. Okay? You see how all the flour is coming down into little pieces. This is making the butter smoother. The batter smoother. Okay? Now we have to keep mixing until you get a thick consistency. When you it's hard for you to mix. Okay, when you reach this thick consistency where it doesn't stretch, this is a secret where you don't get any chunks of flour in your batter. You have to start putting little by little milk, like this. Little by little, okay? Not so much. Just little, okay? Not too much. So you see how these flour layers are coming down to the egg yolk? That means it's getting, you see, a better consistency. So you keep doing that until it's finished. Now you see that there are no crumbs or nothing, you see, and it's a very nice consistency. It's really smooth. And then after that, you have to put your butter in, melt it. And then you have to put your butter in, okay? Okay, and then you mix it. Okay, and you see, if you want, you can add any zest. For example, like orange, vanilla, or lemon, which I have here. Okay. Okay, when you're done mixing your butter, you put your lemon zest with a tiny spoon. Okay? So you have to scrape everything out. You see, like this. So you can give it a little tangy flavor. Okay? You put everything on the side and start mixing. Okay, now that it's all ready, you set it for 1 hour in room temperature. If it's cold, it's gonna freeze and it's not gonna taste nice at all. If it's hot, it's gonna melt even more and you won't get the right consistency. So you leave it, cover it up in room temperature, somewhere where it's nice and warm. Not hot, not too cold, warm. Okay? And then after 1 hour, we're gonna go start cooking and you will see. And now we're gonna prepare the pan. If you have the same handle which is metal, it's gonna get hot easily. So you put something rubber or a towel. You put it here and that will protect your hands from getting burnt. And the reason why we need this is because when we're putting the batter in, we're gonna be turning the batter so it can be thin. And now that we put a little bit of butter here, you have to spread it like this until you cannot see it. And this will prevent the batter from sticking to the pan. Okay, and now that you're done setting up the pan, you have to turn on the heat. So, into medium heat. Not too high, not too low. Medium. So the pan can heat up. When it's done heating up, you put the batter in. So, the first thing you have to do is put the batter in the middle of the pan. And then you turn it like a circle. Okay? And then make sure you don't pass the border of the pan. Okay? And then when it stops turning, you place it down on the stove. And then you wait for at least 30 seconds for it to heat. And the middle should be bubbly, so you know when you're gonna flip it. And then you have to have these kind of spatulas. Okay, and then you flip it. You flip it. And then you have to flip it from the side all the way to the front. Okay, like from the front, from the edge of the pan to the middle of the pan. Okay. Now wait for 30 seconds again until it cooks. Okay, and then you put it on the pan and then you're done. Okay, so this is the finishing result. It looks amazing. So you see how thin it is. If it's thin, it's perfect. And it's nice and, you know, smooth. And and also, tip, if you have extra crepe that you don't want to eat today in the same day, so you can have for tomorrow, you can store it in a bag and you put it in the freezer so it will be nice and like it's fresh tomorrow, like it's fresh, okay? And then if you want for the same day, you can put You can put the toppings on it. You can put lemon and sugar. It's gonna taste nice and sour and sweet. That's my favorite topping. Okay, and I hope you learned something from today, and I hope you have a nice day with your recipe. And that's it for today.